Hello everyone, it's the King of Note 771 back with another video. So I just want to talk about my aim controller today. Basically, it's broken. So it's been broken for the last couple of days. So I'm literally just sending it back right now to aim controllers. It's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks, they said, for me to actually get the controller back. So for them to receive it, after they receive it, they have to diagnose to see what's actually wrong with it, and then they'll be able to fix it. So I want to mention that there is a clause in their warranty that said that if the part of this controller that's broken is actually, if it was my error, then they won't be able to fix it. But basically, what's wrong with the controller is that the aim triggers from this particular controller is no longer working. So this controller, when I purchased it, I opted for the digital triggers, the smart triggers actually, and the smart triggers give it the mouse click effect. As you can see here, if you press this down, you get that mouse click effect. And so I've been playing a lot of Warzone, a lot of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare with this, leveling up my guns, and this aim trigger just literally stopped working one day. So it was working perfectly until one time it just stopped working. So this is my trigger finger. So usually I don't press this a lot, I just press it to fire. But my ADS button, whenever I press it, I usually have my hands on it, because you know, when you're ADSing around corners, sometimes you do that. Sometimes I run and then I'll ADS and jump, because you use the aim button a lot, because you need to aim down sight in order for you to fire or for you to shoot somebody in Modern Warfare or Call of Duty Warzone. So it has been broken for the past couple of days, and yeah, so I contacted AIM, sent them a video, showed them what's going on with it, and they said for me that I have to send it out, and it will take them like 2 to 3 weeks for them to receive it, diagnose it, and for them to actually fix whatever is wrong with it and send it back to me. So while I was doing that, I also discovered that there was actually 2 other things that was wrong with the controller prior, but I didn't really care too much about fixing it. The particular right aim trigger right here, whenever you press it, it's a soft click versus pressing this one right here, which gives you a more solid click. So I'm gonna bring it close to the camera so you guys can hear it. So basically, this one has a more of a very louder click. This one has a softer click. If you notice, you can barely hear it. Basically, whenever I'm playing the game, this particular trigger over here, it's a little bit weird and wonky whenever I press it, because sometimes it registers, but it registers weirdly. And this is the trigger. This is the particular aim trigger that I use for crouching. I use it primarily for drop shotting, for crouching, especially when you're hiding behind cover. I use this a lot for jumping, and yeah, mainly for jumping. So this I use more because I use this for crouching and for slide canceling, for sliding. So whenever you slide shooting around corners, I'm slide canceling, I'll slide, you know, if you press the slide button twice and the jump button once to slide cancel when you're in Modern Warfare in Warzone. So I do rely on these 2 buttons a lot. I originally remapped it from these buttons. These buttons are perfect because I really haven't used these buttons much, but I remapped these buttons. So basically, this button I use for switching weapons, and this button I use for opening doors and putting on plates. And I use all 4 triggers, and it works very perfectly. Basically, this one's basically broken. The left aim trigger is basically also broken, and I decided to also include the triangle button. The triangle button sticks sometimes. Periodically it would stick whenever I press it, but because I've been using the back button so much, I haven't noticed it a lot. But the triangle button basically sticks sometimes whenever I press it. A lot of people who have been thinking about whether or not you should get the smart triggers versus getting the regular triggers. So this is what a regular trigger looks like. It has a lot more travel versus a smart trigger that has a little less travel. Now, I'll be very honest with you. Whenever I'm playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I'm very faster than usually I'm faster than my opponents when it comes to aiming and shooting. And there are moments when like people are like, how? Like, it's not possible. So they will see me before I see them, but because of how fast this trigger is, it just literally is a mouse click. I can ADS and shoot in like milliseconds, right? And I'm able to win those gunfights. I would personally recommend, if you're buying right now, if you're actually just watching this video right now, not just because you're thinking about buying one of these controllers, I'll be honest with you, it works well. And because of the fact that PlayStation does not have a elite controller just like Xbox does, I definitely recommend going with aim versus going with Battle Lever, because I personally like the pedals more than I like the buttons. And maybe because I'm just used to pedals, because I do have an Xbox Elite controller that I use from time to time, and I love the pedals. But I would definitely recommend going with aim. I would have used this and have no problems with it at all if it wasn't for the fact that my digital trigger here just completely broke. I'd probably use it, you know, but the other issues that I have with this back button is not really a major issue because it still works. It just doesn't work as well. And the triangle button works, but this doesn't work as well. The main button is the aim trigger, which is very important when ADSing. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. As you can hear, it barely works versus this one that just clicks, and this one barely clicks. The good thing about is that AIM will actually give you $25 back. It is actually something legitimate wrong with the controller, so it'll give you $25 back for Canadians and $15 back for Americans. So I only paid $22 for shipping to ship this back to the AIM controller. They're in Connecticut in the United States of America. So, and I'm living in Toronto, so I'm not too far from where the controller is. Versus shipping was my PC, which I purchased from my PC. I purchased from Cyberpower PC, and Cyberpower PC is in versus my PC, which I purchased from Cyberpower PC, and Cyberpower PC is actually in California, United States of America, so that's a lot further than shipping this back to Connecticut. So this is actually my review video / my video talking about the broken controller. This is after like 2.5 weeks of having it. It's already broken. If you went with the regular triggers, you're probably fine. The other controller that I have that I've actually given away, the folks I gave them to, my family, does not report any issues with the back pedals of those ones. And I basically bought this one for myself because I wanted the better grip, and I also wanted the triggers for literally just for playing Call of Duty and FPS games. But this has been my review of this controller, folks. It's broken. I'm going to be sending it back. So once I get it back, I'll also do another video just to let you folks know how the experience was. But so far, it seems good. They seem to stand by their product. So I will update you folks in maybe another video in the future just to talk about my experience after and talk to you about how long it takes for me to send this back to AIM, living in Toronto, Canada. So thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you folks for supporting the channel. If you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button to help a small channel grow. I'm looking forward to providing you guys with more videos and talking about different controllers, talk about different things for PC, Xbox, PlayStation 5, and to continue to support the gaming community. So until next time, folks, this is Kevin saying, I'm out. Peace.